am a single mother. I know that deep down in your heart, I hope you understand us. We just want to live freely, not to be harassed because of the color of my skin, my physique, or my language. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Your girl just woke up, but I am on my 90-day challenge. So when I get up, I'll make sure I did that challenge. So good morning to one and all. How are you guys doing? Oh, I thought my phone had charged last night. So good morning to you. And how do you do? Say good morning to you. And see, girl, wake up. That's how she look when she wake up, but she just wake up. It's my title. This is what come to my head just now. And my title say, I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody you can do it too. So don't give up, family. All are here. So I want to say happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. I get up, I'm gonna make my kids battle, my boy battle, and I'm just right here waiting for what they call it. I'm gonna put somebody in the background. We on that 90-day challenge, so when you get up, you gotta still push it out. But you just said nobody trying to tell everybody. Good morning, dream girl. How are you? Good morning. Good morning to one. Oh, good morning, dream girl. How are you doing? Greetings. Greetings. I'm just here doing something here in the background, so give me a few seconds. So good morning to one and all. How are you guys doing this morning? Hope everybody's doing good and this beautiful Sunday morning. And before I go any further, I want to say big shout out to all my likers, all my commenters, all my well wishers, and everybody that come here, the donors, the top fans, the ambitious one. Say good morning, Queen. Good morning to you, Leia. How are you? Oh, that was a quick one. How are you doing? How are you doing? Greetings to one and all this morning. Greetings. They said today is the day that the Lord had made, and I will rejoice and be glad in Him. Today is the day. So good morning to each and every one. Okay, ambitious one say I'm not playing this morning. How are you doing? All right, greetings to one and all. Greetings to all the likers, the sharers, the commenters, the well wishers, and everybody. How are you doing this morning? You say I'm not good today. Oh, I'm so sorry, Leah. Oh, you say it's afternoon over there. Oh, I'm so sorry, Leah. Leah. But I hope whatever it is, you will find strength to gain your knowledge to combat whatever it is to make you feel this way. Maybe you could feel exhausted, tired, overwhelmed. Whatever it is, don't give up. All right? Don't give up. So, good morning to one and all. Ambitious one, so how are you doing? I'm doing good so far. As I said, I don't much long get up, but we are on this 90-day challenge, guys, and I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Life can't be done without um without me showing up. It can't be happening. So I want to say a big thank you to you all for showing up. Thank you all so much, and let me say it the way I normally say it. The likers, the sharers, the commenters, the silent partners, the what do you call it? The likers, sharers, commenters, well wishers, which are the silent partners. Big up to yourself. The moderators, the people who donate, the people who gonna be they call it member to my channel. Yes, good morning, guys. Now your girl monetize, and she have our membership. So if you guys want to be a part of the Resilient Queen family, you guys don't be afraid to join, because you never know what we can learn and can hang out and chit chat in our membership. And you can ask me some questions. Some questions will be off limit for real, but then you can get to ask me a few things, and we can, communicate and so forth. And I have to figure out how to put, I was trying to figure out how to put the email up, so if anybody want to reach out to me via email, they can. And I have a few more things to put up there, and for put up a like a app, so if anybody want to donate to me privately, they can do so as well, because we have a dream that we want to help come through, not just for me, but to help others as well. And that's a goal that I will stick to for the rest of my life. He said, I won't have strength. I will be the one that stays silent, because that's me. I am the shy one. I understand that, Leah, but whatever is it, just find a way to pull through. And thank you for that message. Yeah. Oh, Layla, take the top spot again. Oh, the world smile with Basil. Good morning and congratulations and happy Sunday. Thank you so much, my brother. So, thank you, and thank you for helping a sister out there. I so appreciate you, World Smile with Basil, and blessings, 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 blessings to one and all. He said, people pick on me weak people, and I don't have money to send donation or to send membership because I am artistic, so I can't be trusted with bank account. I understand that, Leia, but you know what I mean, we're not gonna stress no one out, you know what I mean. People will other people out there who are willing and have it and can do it, they will do it on one day. We just have to announce all these things that are happening to us, so people that are out there can be aware, okay? So, but we understand, Leah, but your support is immense and it's greatly appreciated. Thank you for helping me and coming in here days after days, day in, day out, to help with the World Smile with Brother. Thank you for everything every one of you do, the likers, the sharers, the commenters, the well wishers, the moderators, the silent partners, the people who are here to push Resilient Queen and say, hey, yes, young lady, you can do it. You can do it. I'm saying thank you to every one of you, because without me showing up, then I wouldn't have this level of showing up for me. You see what I'm saying? So I want to encourage everybody, like Sanglen say, I am just a nobody trying to tell everybody, yes, you can do it. Go out there. You can put the winning hat on. You just got to keep putting your foot in the right shoes, which is meaning you got to show up. No show up, no paycheck. So bear that in the back of our head. They say, I get gifted by YouTube on because YouTube randomly choose membership. Oh, okay, that's nice. Well, I hope they randomly choose you when that time is right to um give you a membership of my channel. That would be nice. That would be so awesome. And to everybody that love to watch my shorts, I was trying to create some shorts because I know they have a new approach out now. And if I didn't delete some things out my phone, didn't want to, but I had to pay a bill. And I saw those new features of the shorts. So if you check my videos out, you will see those new features rolling out. They're like, oh my, I could put music, everything at the same time. You know what I mean? So good morning to one and all. We keep striving, we keep rooting for excellence. You know what I mean? I don't want no one to give up. You know, as the songwriter said, we never give up, we never giving in. You know, so I will not encourage anyone to give up. So don't give up, family. He said, WC Street Chronicles said, okay, I was just watching your video and saw you on. Thank you, W Street Chronicles. Big shout out to you. Thank you guys for coming through. Thanks to everyone for coming through. Every single person. You know what I mean? We can't do this by ourselves. Not one day I can ever think of I'm doing this by myself. You know? So good morning to one and all. Good morning. It's somewhere to say good morning to you and how do you do? I am fine, I am fine, I am fine, thank you. We say top spot position, WC Street Chronicles. Oh, we have top 3. I'm telling you, the top fans, you always show out. Every live, you guys showing out. In favor, top 2, you showing out. Somebody showing up. You probably won't say hi to me, but it's okay because you're talking. I understand. I will give you a like and watch for a few minutes, but I have to catch up on all the videos coming. Yes, man. WNC, what you mean? I probably won't talk to you. What you mean? I already know who you are. He said, congrats on being monetized and congrats on taking the top two position. Congratulations. I know who you are, my brother. Trust me. I was on your live last night, and I was on your video last night. What you talking about? You just change your name. I'm coming. Put yourself right there. Coming. How is this not going around? Come on. You know. Hey, sometimes even by the words somebody gonna use, we know them. You know that? By the words. He said, I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody to keep pushing. Don't give up. Okay? Don't be out in the street giving up. Because you know it's easy to route to give up. You know that? It is easy to route. And once you route to giving up, and that's what happened, you know what I mean? So you don't want nobody to give up. Nobody. You gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. No giving up. It's somewhere to say, I'm not giving up, no. He said, okay, I thought you were giving us a talk. Glad to say good morning to you as well. Big up yourself, Queen. Yes, man, the talk is coming. I'm trying to put this baby bottle here together so we can get in to what we need to get into. Can get in, you know. We're just out here telling everybody that you can do it, you see? Well, it could be just a nobody. As the songwriter said, I'm just a nobody. Trying to tell everybody. You want the world to see what happened to you when you don't give up. It can happen to you as well. You know what I mean? When you see what happened to a person, I'm just telling you that you don't want to give up. What you want to do is keep your foot on that gas, not on the brake. Because if you brake, that's your that's you letting yourself right there. But if you keep your foot on the gas, you'll be all right. You say no. I thought you were talking about a subject. I didn't know if you were reading comments. Yes, man. You're not listening to me calling out your name. W Street Chronicles. Congratulations for being the top three spot. Remember, you come over and you take the top three spot. Then you come and me say, what? You say, congratulations. And I said, taking the number two spot. And I said, big old shout out to the top fans. They're showing out. Say, yes, I know I saw you. Yes, thank you so much. We're coming to my life. Yes, man. Your girl coming. I be going even last night. I get off. I said I'm going to bed. I went into my another brother their live, and I went into my other sister's live. I go to everybody live. You know what I mean? Don't worry, head. We coming. You know what I mean? You just have to keep showing up for yourself. Somebody will show up for you. That's what I'm saying. Just keep showing up for yourself, brother. You see, it's same thing I did. You know what I mean? You gotta just keep showing up. And trust me, people coming. They don't have to announce that they're there all the time, but they're here. You know what I mean? They're here. So just bear that in mind. We're coming now. We are coming, you know. It's always say we just are nobody trying to tell everybody. But I want the world to see if I can win, you all can win. Alright? And we're not winning yet, but we mean that the door is unlocking for us to get to winning. Okay? So we're not winning yet. So that's that part I haven't unlocked yet. Because we still have ways to go. But I want you guys to understand that. Don't give up. You could be just a nobody trying to tell everybody what you want the world to see. It could be even about how you overcome anything. You know, I had a man in here yesterday, and he was saying that he 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 recovered from sobering over 16 years ago. You understand? So you could be just a nobody telling somebody what you want the world to see. That if you can win, if you can figure it out, if you can get yourself together and tell yourself that, you know what, I no longer to live like this, then I can too. You say, well, the top two spots say, I am so happy for you and the boys, and when I get some money, I will contribute. Thank you, W Streets Chronicles. You see, I know who you are. I keep telling you, I know who you are. Your name change ain't gonna fade me. But your words, I know who you are. Because you're the only one use those words. You're the only one. But WNC, I'm here to support everybody I can support. You know what I mean? Everybody. You got that right. No giving up. Yes, man. I don't want nobody to give up. So you see, WNC, you come to my life a lot of times and you always say to me, Queen, you don't got nobody today, Queen, or you don't got no likes, Queen. You're the one who always call them out. And what I normally say to you, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Remember, I used to say it's okay. You are one of those persons can say yes. I used to come to Queen Live and I don't see nobody, or you hold it down and you say, but Queen, you don't got nobody, or Queen, you only got 5 people, or you they left, or you got 3 people, or so. Remember, you used to point these things out. And what I normally say, it's okay. Because as the songwriter said, it's gonna be okay. And I want all of you to understand it's going to be okay. Once you're showing up for yourself, it will be okay. Don't give up. Tell everybody. I want this to be known that people, you can survive, you can fulfill your dreams. You don't have to look for big numbers of things to fulfill your dreams. All you need to do is keep going, keep putting your foot on that gas. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might have to break down a little bit, if about 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 16 minutes, 20 minutes, however minutes you have to break it down to. Then you can put your foot on that brake when you feel like you're tired and you can't make it too much. You know what I mean? It say, I am making progress slowly but surely. My live stream are up to 702 hours. Yes, man. When you start take things seriously in WC, I'm guarantee you, you just have to come out, show up for yourself, and I encourage everybody. Make sure you have an extra device. That's showing up for yourself. Coming on live. Don't just say, hey, but nobody is here. Trust me. Come on live if you have something to talk about, or your intuition say, hey, why you don't say something about this? Or start a conversation or something. Start a conversation. You will be surprised. Sorry, you will be surprised that you start a conversation and people start think that this is interested or so, and people want to in tune, but they don't want to be in the comment section all the time. That's another thing we have to pay attention to. We have private people, we have public people. You have people who will want to come in your comment and say, hey girl, how are you, I'm here. And you have other people who just give you a like, and they're not in your comment section, but they will give you a thumbs up and everything and keep pushing. You know what I mean? So you gotta be reminded that we can't give up. You know what I mean? If you have a message or anything, you can't give up. You know, and you're not gonna want to stop yourself from there. And like how you have already have all your subscribers, this is the time now. If you tell yourself, say, hey, I need to be on YouTube and I have a purpose, I have a story. You know what I mean? You have so many years of your life. You have something to tell. You definitely have something to tell. You know what I mean? But it's our mindset. We have to change our mindset. So when we change our mindset, you see result. You know what I mean? When we don't change our mindset, we get stuck, and then we have to like keep starting over. But once we change our mindset, then we realize that growth is something will start to spring up again. You know what I mean? Growth will start to spring up again. I remember, if you look on I haven't changed my description on my homepage yet, and it said, I'm just a new YouTuber trying to do something, blah blah blah. And I would encourage everybody to help me grow with me, and I can grow with you. You know what I mean? So you have to tell yourself what you want. If you want people to grow with you, they will grow with you. If ever one person, they will grow with you. And if it's 2 person, they will grow with you. If it's 3 person, they will grow with you. Everybody out here got stuff to do, and sometimes we have to tie that into everything we're doing. You know, you say yes, I am going to be more consistent on my life. I want to do more, but I just want them all to be the same. Do you know what I mean? My wife is getting in on the app a little bit more. Yes, man. So get your family, get everybody on there, man, and do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? And if you start the live, you make sure you have an extra device to carry on yourself. So that means if somebody leave or so forth, that extra device will kind of work in for you. You know what I mean? Even if you don't show it up here like it private, like it public, it might show up as private. You know, you gotta show up for yourself. You know, all of us gotta show up for ourselves. You know what I mean? We can't just expect everybody to show up for us when we're not showing up for ourselves. All of us gotta show up for ourselves. I'm a living testimony of that. Showing up for yourself. The only thing I will recommend, when you showing up for yourself and you just start your life, you will barely see anybody coming in because it take a little while for you to go out in the streets. Sometimes it take a long time because I have an auntie that willing to support me, and sometimes she had to call me and say, "Girl, how do I get on your live?" She said she not getting the message anymore to see me when I go live. And I said, you know what, you're not the only one complaining, others are complaining. Hey, Sinapback coach, how are you? He said, hey sister, thank you for the reminder. Yes, Sinapback coach, thank you so much, and thank you for your support. 100% snapback, thank you. And see, even snapback going and beating the life. That's why you say you gotta show up for yourself, and she show up for herself, and you go check snapback out there. You see how that elderly lady there show up for herself, and I know she gonna win. I know she gonna win. I have no doubt that she not gonna win. She's gonna win because she put her foot on that gas. And when she break now, that means that we go down to like 8 minutes live, 10 minutes live, 15 minutes live, 60 minute live, or so that's what we call it break. You know what I mean? So you kind of feel tired today, so you break things down. Okay, so challenge yourself. She Loshana Success have a challenge running right now. If you want to hop on the 90-day challenge, go hop on that 90-day challenge and challenge yourself. She's not telling you to challenge her, she's telling you to challenge yourself. That means if you get up today, whatever come to your mind, how you're feeling, like this morning when I get up not much long, the voice tell me to say, I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody, you can do it, don't give up, you can win. People in the street that implanted along the wayside to help us. But if we worried about, but if I show up, nobody hear from me and I support so many people. Wrong approach, setting ourselves up for failure. Get on that live and start the clock. Start the clock. You say, yes, I know I tried to be here when nobody else was here. Yes, man. And that's why you're going to try to be on your live when nobody's there, and you're going to find ways to talk about something. Ask the Lord to fill your mouth with praise so he can direct your path and you can get what you need done. Now you're working on Watch Time WC. So your goal now is not to say, oh, nobody not watching me. Your goal is to tell yourself, I'm going to get that 3,000 watch hours, and then I'm going to get my 4,000 watch hours, which is only 1,000 left after that. You have to put what you want out there in the universe. You don't have to tell the world, but you can tell the universe. You talk to the universe all the time. We all talk to the universe. When we get up in the morning, what do we normally say? For those who likes to pray and everything, we say, thank you, Jesus, for the bread of life. So you get up and you say, thank you. And you tell him what you want. Yes, I know, So try to make sure you're showing up for yourself. You know what I mean? He said, and you were right. I was worried about that, but you were right not to worry. Yes, man, I told you guys all the time. I remember you even used to come in here and say, hello, Sinab, how are you? You used to even come in here and tell me, Queen, I don't see nobody here or so nobody. And I said, it's okay. A lot of people used to come here and I tell them it is okay. Because when you get off alive, I even remember if Sinap is still here, that's her testimony. If she's still here, she could say, remember when she just started her live, and she said, because she was in my live, and she said, Queen, I'm gonna go live, because I was encouraging everybody to, if you get thing, don't be afraid, just start your live. You said, but you're not sure, you're kind of nervous little, and you want a little upliftment. And I said to her, just start your live, even if nobody's watching you privately, in publicly, somebody's there watching you privately. And from I tell her that she can tell, her testimony, she's living it, she can tell her testimony. You understand? I'm still here, babe, and I'm still standing. Exactly. I remember when she did her first live, and I even was supposed to come on, but the time difference I didn't even understand. Now I understand the time difference. And I was waiting for that live, like we had just got off. And when she said she gonna go live, then I'm trying to hop over there. I couldn't find that live, and that was her first live. Okay, and she was in my channel supporting me, and she said she gonna go live at so and so then, and I couldn't even when I go over there, her live wasn't even started. I don't know what happened. She was in a different time zone, didn't understand the time zone yet, and that's what happened. I say after that we go in sometime in the background. Okay, so you gotta show for yourself. You said that is a very good point about some people. I never really thought about that. Yes, man. You don't worry about the things that you don't have no control over. Worry less. Also, I had it private, and yes, see, Sinapback can talk about that more on her channel, so you guys can get the insight on when she started. She can talk more about that. We ain't gonna go into that because that's her testimony to share to other people, to say that, hey, you guys can keep going. That's her testimony. So I'm just happy to at back point. A lot of things I had to work around, but kept pushing. Exactly. So back when you get a chance, make sure you share your journey. When you get over the other side, that's a part of your journey. How you arrive there. That's a part of your journey. Cause that's your example that you live through. Eh? It's a by faith, moving right along. So WNC, don't give up. Get your wife, if she have a device, get her to support you. If you have a son and he willing, you know how the kids are, sometimes they want to take the phone from you. Or anything, but do what you gotta do. Show up for yourself. I think a lot of time what we do, we beat the world down for not showing up for it because we show up for them. And mind you too, another thing, sometimes the people you show up for doesn't mean those are the people God have to show up for you. So you gotta bear that in mind. Sometimes the people you show up day in, day out for, those are not the people that God want to show up for you. He gonna bring you his people that he want you, that he want to show up for you. You understand? It's just like me plant corn and you plant cabbage or something. They ain't gonna be the same showing up, right? You're gonna get corn and you're gonna get cabbage or you're gonna get apple, whatever we plant, right? So how you would expect that every time you plant apple you want cabbage. Every time you plant carrot you want corn. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't show up for yourself, nobody will show up for you. So you make sure you show up for yourself, and the people that will show up for you, he gonna send you your own people right along the way. It's a fact, up back coach. Yes, man. And congratulations for taking the top 2 spot. WNC, you dropped the third. All right, congratulations. He said, right, the extra device is my one. Yes, man. You don't have to announce whose device it is. I'm just saying you get that, turn on your volume, and do what you gotta do. And roll with it. Say roll with the punches, accept changes. But one of the things we have to change if we want to do better in this YouTube street is to treat it like a 9 to 5 job. The only difference is nobody clock you in, you clock in and clock out when you want. So even if you come on and you feel tired, tell yourself how long you gonna stay on there. And make sure you announce to your people, say, hey, I'm only gonna stay for 30 minutes. I'm only gonna stay for 15 minutes. And so forth, when you know you're not gonna stay for a long time. So people understand what you are about to do. Okay? Because if you don't show up, you got no paycheck nowhere. I don't care if you're self-employed or you're unemployed and trying to create your own business. If you don't start those documents or start nothing for yourself, you ain't gonna get no signature from nobody else that need to be a part of that signature. Nowhere. So all these things of saying that, oh, we're done with this and we're done with that, you're not done with nothing. Because either way, we won't get a paycheck if we don't clock in. So remember now, go clock in. Clock in. Clock in. You have a YouTube channel, clock in. If I watch hour you're looking, clock in. Whatever it is that you're looking, clock into those things. Don't come out with the mindset that nobody not watching me or so. No, no, no. That's just a wrong, that's a failure mentality right there. We set ourselves up for failure all the time because they say power is in our tongue. And it is so true because sometimes we say some things and yeah, I can speak for me. Sometimes I say some things and I'm like, Lord, this long lip of mine, it just shove me everywhere. Sometimes you have to fight to grab that poor long lip back. Yeah? On the see my lip. Sometimes I have to grab that poor long lip a little. Sometimes I have to do it. Sometimes I have to say, Lord, please. As soon as I become aware, I had to ask him for forgiveness because this long lip. He give us a witty mouth, you know. We have a witty mouth. Sometimes it's like a whip. We don't have to literally have a whip to whip no one. We literally this mouth of ours. It's a powerful thing. He said, be blessed. I am going to get ready for church. Thank you, Sinatba Coach. Thank you so much. And you keep going and keep showing up, all of you. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep striving for excellence. Look, I'm here working, right, on my channel, and I still show up to watch everybody that I can possibly go in. For the day, sometimes I'm watching 10 channels. Some of them I might not be in there commenting because I got things to do, so I'll be liking. And nowadays I start to send up some hearts up in there, some hundreds. Sometimes you're talking something and it resonate. Also because you got things to do and you got to support yourself and take care of your family. You know what I mean? And as a single woman telling you guys this, single mother with 2 little boys, it's not easy. It's not easy. And I want to say thank you to every single person WAC say, yeah, I have to stop worrying about not having people there or not responding when I spend time with them. There are better things to do with that I can help myself with instead of worrying about that. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, man. That's the right mindset you have to have. And you know what? You need to take a screenshot of this message, because this is going to be your reminder that every time you feel like saying, oh, nobody not showing up for me, this need to be your reminder. Make sure you screenshot this, because this is going to be your reminder going forward, that as of today, Sunday the 20th, I am going to change my mindset going forward. Instead of looking about who is not pulling up for me, who is not popping up for me, who is not showing up for me, how about maybe it's my mindset not right? Get your mindset right. Screenshot that comment you just put right there and use that as your propeller going forward. I start the day with prayer and usually milestone day. Yes, man. And even this, you can put a part of your prayer instead of me worrying about the what ifs. Sometimes we worry about the what if. I tell you a story once that I went to the Jamaican embassy, and I got turned down the first time I went there for a visa, because at the time I had no trick, I had nothing, and I went there to go get my visa, and it was just a regular visiting visa, and I just started college and everything, and they turned me down, right? And I remember when I'm going back, my girlfriend now, she's a lawyer. And then when I was going back now to go apply, because this time we had a function coming up and we want to go there and everything. I turned around to my girlfriend and said, but because mind you, I failed before, so my mindset is gonna be messed up like yours right now, WC. I'm just tying this to show you how life is. And I said to my girlfriend, what if I go this time? Because I'm spending all these money. It wasn't no cheap money. It's a couple $1,000 in Jamaica we spending. And J-Lo, morning, how are you? Greetings. And I said, what if I spend all this money and don't get it? What if? You know what my girlfriend said to me? At the time, she wasn't a lawyer yet. She was working towards, she had a degree, but not in law, in sports. And then now she going to do nursing and all kind of stuff she do. I'm telling you, power to it, power to our mindset so we can change them. Power to it. And she said to me, so you're going to go back up by that embassy with the if. So you're telling yourself that you're going to fail. And the way she said it to me, people, I'm literally, I felt some kind of way the way she said it, because I'm saying, my God, I asked for your input, but Jesus, I didn't know harsh reality was going to await me. And from that day till now, I still have that word in my mouth. Even the other day, my sister was traveling, and certain things, she said she didn't get through with certain things yet. And I said, you know what? And she was saying something on it, and I said, okay, I'm going to tell you the exact thing my girlfriend tell me. Shout out to Arita. Big shout out to you, Arita. I'm saying, I'm going to tell you the same thing my girlfriend told me. So you're going out there with the what if. So you're telling yourself you already plan to fail. And she said, you already go and you fail. And you going to come back with a what if. So that's why I'm telling you no. You make sure you find a way to tell yourself, these what if no longer. Because you already get a fair share of what if. Our mindset, our lip, this lip of ours, I'm telling you, it is something that will push you away. It's not people pushing away. It's our lip. Our lip. Hey, it's good to challenge yourself, so you know what you need to work on it, and it's good to be aware. Awareness is the key. Aware of what you're doing, what you're saying. Even if you don't come out and say, hey, I apologize to how I behave or something, but you put it to God. He will send it out in the universe. He said he speak through you. He will speak through you to know that everybody know that, hey, this man is a changed man. When you start come back out and change, I promise you, people gonna show up for you like like birds flying all over the place for the summer, enjoying the weather before it get winter, before it time for cold, and they know they can't bother with all those coldness. Okay, they gotta run to somewhere else. They will show up. They might not show up like numbers you want, but they say where two or more are gathered, who is in the midst? So you gotta be aware. Many times we want to fight the world, but the world have done us nothing. Nothing. Yes, some people might cross our path, but that's how life is. And we gotta fix our mindset in order to shape it better. You know what I mean? Fix it. He said what he can do, you know. So we have to change. Get your family, get your friends to show up for you. You know what I mean? You have some people willing to show up for you, but they just want to be in the background. You know what I mean? If ever two people showed up, it's thanks. He said, bless up to your likers, the sharers, the commenters, the well wishers. You know what I mean? Now we monetize. You have to say bless up to the donors who are gonna donate. Bless up to the moderators. Bless up to the subscribers. Bless up to the silent partners. A silent partner could mean two things: people who not yet subscribe to you, as well as people who subscribe to you but they just don't want to front up. Everybody don't want to comment, but you got to keep going. Don't worry about your comment. Don't worry about nothing. Just keep going. If you have to make some noise, hello, hello, what's going on? How are you guys this morning? Hey, hey, your queen is here. Hey, hey, WC popped in. What's going on? You know what I mean? Bless up the morning. And sometimes we have to sometimes change our mindset because people see you coming all the time and they say, oh, it's the same old thing. Oh no. You again talking about the same old thing? Oh yeah. You sitting there boring again? Oh yeah. Nothing changed? Oh yeah. All right. I'm gone. You see what I'm mean? So you have to spice up your day or so. Find something whether to encourage people, talk something about your life, whatever it is. Say something. Sometimes I hear you with other people in the background talking. How about start having a real conversation with these people so the people who tune into you can also be a part of that conversation. Somebody in the background with you, start asking them some question, or so you maybe type your life, hey, we're gonna have a discussion right here with my family, or so I'm gonna ask them a few questions and just get their insight, and then you'll be surprised that people tune in. Congratulations, Sinapback took my number 2 spot. I am glad. Yes, man. So you're in the 3rd position. So all the top fans, them, they show out, man. Top fans are showing up. So you know what I mean? So you gotta show up for yourself. Gone were the days when you're telling yourself that, oh, nobody's not watching me, nobody not this. That's not true. I'm a true testimony of that. Because like I said, how did I get here? You know what I mean? So we have to show up, man. You say clock in, you say clock in that good one. Yes, man. You just gotta clock in, man. Sometimes if you have to start with your family, ask them question and stuff. You know what I mean? Something. Even to say, what do you think about me being a YouTuber? What are the things you don't like when I say on YouTube that you feel even compelled to say, you know what, I want to log off, and but they around you. You best people to tell you the truth. That is gonna tell you the truth, because it's the people around you. If they mean you well, they will tell you the truth. It might be harsh, but at least they're telling you so you can shape up. You know what I mean? When my sister come on live and I'm there, she called me and she will say, hey, I was listening to you, and she said, congratulations, I see some things you kind of change up something. You know what I mean? So let your family be your judge if you don't want the public judge you. Let your family be the judge of you. You just want honest people to judge you. You know what I mean? You don't want people to just tie in with you and say, oh yeah, you did good or whatever. But did good is what part? Which part did I do good? Because it's not every part of your life you're going to do good. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might lay back and probably fall asleep on the life. Not literally fall asleep, but you're dragging your leg. You know what I mean? It's not. Sometimes we lose our chain of thought and try to come back and so forth, and then we can get all confused or anything. It's natural. We're human beings. But he said, as soon as we become aware, then that's how we have to catch things up, okay? So don't give up, man. To make it in this world is not to give up. Everybody want to give up, but I understand it's not easy. Trust me, I understand. It's not easy out here. But don't give up. Don't give up. We don't mind giving up, but we don't want to give up. Do not give up, okay? And make sure you show up for yourself. Clock in. Put that clock on and clock right in. Okay? Because if you don't show up for yourself, I promise you, nobody ain't going to show up for you because you're not at the clock. It's like you go to work and your boss say, wait, where is WC? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him. Anybody heard from him because WC no clock in? If you had clocked in, your boss would have known that you were there. You see what I'm saying? But he know you have a clocked in, so he know you're not there. You see what I'm saying? So now he started to say, wait, WC haven't come to work. So same way, if you don't clock in for yourself, people going to say, wait, I haven't seen WC in a while. You know what I mean? You don't show up for yourself. That means people know you don't clock in. That means you don't turn that camera on. You know what I mean? I'm just using that as a reference. You don't turn that camera on. But once you turn that camera on, people know you're clocked in. They can always go back and watch the replay. You say, how do I do a screenshot? What kind of phone you got? Hold on the power button and the last button to the side, the volume button, and try to see if it works. Or if not, if you have another device, you take a picture of it. If you have another device, you take a picture. Either way. Or you even the phone you're on talking to me now, you can go on it and turn the camera on and take a picture. I'm making my baby bottle of feeder here, family. You know, so show up for yourself, family. Just show up and the word watch no face. You know, people, he planned people along the way to come in your pathway. Because sometimes it's not the people you're around is going to help you. I can guarantee you that. You know what I mean? Because he already have his people for you. It's like you're talking to somebody. How you gonna get here or how you gonna get there? And what they tell you, they have somebody coming for them already. You worried about how they gonna get there or how they going. You have a right. How you gonna get there? So, but guess what? They said they already have somebody coming for them already. While you worried how they gonna get here, they know they already have somebody that gonna give them a ride or pick them up from point A to point B. So I'm saying. You ever talk to people and say, so how you gonna get here? Like, hey, my car is on. How you gonna get here? They already have to start making reservation. Either to walk and damage a knee like me, ride the little bicycle and damage my poor knee, or have to walk half the journey, my tire get flat. But we still had to go because we know that if I didn't go, but they would probably be calling, hey, where is you? You didn't come and pick your son up. You know? Yes, man. Up movement. You say, bless up my family. Walk one. Hey, hey. Bless up yourself. How you doing, my brother? Bless up. Bless up yourself, man. Manners, love, and respect in the Sunday morning here to each and everyone. You know what I mean? Enough love, manners, and respect. But they tell everybody, man, they can't win, man. No giving up. You know what I mean? You just have to change your mindset sometime. Our mindset is something that when we get into it, it's like get into your headpiece. If we not change it, you know, happy Sunday, brother, man. How you doing, man? Yeah, man. We have to change our mindset. Once we change our mindset, we change a lot of things. You know, it's like start eating healthy. Don't when you start eating healthy, a changes you make, you change the way in how you eat. You know what I mean? So we have to change up things. Once you change your mindset, it's changing the way you eat. Okay, I no longer eating a bunch of junk food. You will still eat your junk food, but you're not going to eat it like everyday meal for you. You know what I mean? You catch it here and then when tiredness comes, as they say, sometimes you have to put your foot on the brake. I always say put your foot on the brake in the YouTube world now. We're talking about sometimes you feel tired but you know you have a job to do, so you say, all right then. I'm gonna put my foot on the brake, but this is how I'm putting it on the brake. I'm coming here and I'm only gonna do 8 minutes. I'm only gonna be doing 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 60 minutes or so, and you do your 60 minutes and you get off. If you used to do all 2 3 hours and you're not feeling it, you gotta do what you gotta do so you can get out the way, you know what I mean? And you can go get your rest and come back bigger and better and stronger. You know, so when we change our mindset, it is a powerful thing, but I'm just going to read what the scripture is for today and in this devotional book here. And then that's where we're going to leave it for today. So let me see what it is for today, July 20. So happy birthday to everyone that is having a birthday. First and foremost, I remember you have life. That's the best gift you can ever get. No gift can replace life. None. That's the best gift. All right. So it says, seek my face and you will find all that you have longed for. The deepest yearning of your heart are for intimacy with me. I know because I designed you to desire me. Do not feel guilty about taking time to be still in my presence. You are simply responding to the tugs of the divinity within you. I made you in my image, and I hid heaven in your heart. Your yearning for me is a form of homesickness, longing for your true home in heaven. Do not be afraid to be different from other people. The path I have called you to travel is excitedly right for you. The more closely you follow my leading, the more fully I can develop your gifts. And and to follow me wholeheartedly, you must relinquish your desire to please other people. However, your closeness to me will bless others by enabling you to shine brightly in this dark world. WNC said, like birds that are good one. Yes, man. Yes, man. And this is taken from Psalms 41, verse 1 through to 2, Psalms 34, verse 5, and Philippians 2, verse 15. But did you hear what he said right here? He said right here that To follow me wholeheartedly, you must relinquish your desire to please other people. However, your closeness to me will bless others by enabling you to shine brightly in this dark world. So even though he want to give you sunshine, he said, but when we think, so he's basically saying when we change our mindset from the way we were living, the way we were feeling and everything, then we will be able to enable you, it will enable you to shine brightly in this dark world, regardless of how things are playing out. Life not, you feel like life is not lifing for us. We feel like there's no hope for us. We feel like nothing is here for us. He will fix that when we are closer to him and being intimate with him. That means we have that one-on-one interaction with him. How many of you get up and sometimes you find yourself just praying and you're laying down there, you get up but you're not get up off the bed yet, and you just find yourself praying. You're thanking him. You know what I mean? So this is how we got to get our day. He said, I made you in my image and I hid heaven in your heart. Your yearning for me is a form of homesickness, longing for your true home in heaven. You know, because everybody know when we get older, sometimes we say we need to make it right. We need to do this. We need to change this. We need to change our mindset. We can't live like this no more. You know what I mean? So yes, man, he said that's a good idea. My wife jumps in, but we don't talk about anything specific. I can make her part of the live stream and ask her a question. That's a good idea. Yes, man. Could even ask her what's her favorite meal, what's her favorite cut. You know, just have some chit chat. You know what I mean? You don't have to go in depth with your personal life. You know what I mean? But to start there, people will show up. You know what I mean? But when we come up on our life, nothing wrong. You're going to have days where you feel overwhelmed. Still talk about your overwhelmed days. You're going to have days because he said he don't want us to hide nothing from him. Don't just come and you just paint the picture like, oh, things is good. That is it, man. Yes, my brother. Yes, up movement. You know what I mean? We can't hide it. Because when we hide it, who are we trying to strengthen? Are we trying to strengthen ourselves or are we trying to hide how we are feeling so others think everything is always good over here? No, the grass is not always green. So if I tell you, oh, the grass is always green, that's a lie. It's like hiding my problem. You know, this song said, that's not my problem. I know it's not the word problem to say, who cares about how you're feeling? But you'll be surprised that you're uplifting. You want more? You'll be surprised that you're uplifting somebody else that felt like you. Remember, now, if you can bring one person out of what they're going through, if you can bring one person out of what they're going through, that's a goal for you. You know what I mean? That's a goal for you. But you can't hide how you're feeling. You can't hide what you're going through. Hiding what you're going through, you don't have to go in depth. You know what I mean? A lot of people think that when they're going through tough stuff, they have to go in depth for people to believe them or understand them. No, you could just say, I get up this morning, I don't feel too well. You know, I get up, I had a bloated stomach. Just by saying I have a bloated stomach, everybody already who out here and understand common sense knowledge or they look at common thing terms with you automatically understand, oh, well, Queen is grumpy. We already know what that gonna mean. You know what I mean? So everybody might not understand that, but if you are a woman and you have bloat, sometimes you know what comes with bloat, where that coming from. That kind of signal that you're getting, where is that coming from? You already know what time is it. You know, when somebody say, "Oh well, oh well," now you're probably feeling the same way like me, but you would say, "All right, if Queen can say I feel bloated, I'm comfortable now." It's like you're in pain, and somebody said, "Man, I'm in some terrible pain. It's slashing me." But just by talking to that person, you know that pain kind of ease down. But if you have your mind on that pain ain't going nowhere. That pain is pressing gas like it pressing you out of this world when you're going through pain. I remember before my dad passed and when he just had this illness and everything, and he was going through, and the one day they called us and said he was crying, he was in terrible pain. And I sat on that phone with him for hours and I said, Dad, just go to bed if you gotta go. I will be in the background with you until I know you're sitting over and I fall asleep. Then I know. And I stood there on the phone with him. We cracked him up so much. We laughed so much. We talked on that phone and everything. And he called me in the next morning. At that time, he could use phone. And he called me and he said, Daughter, that phone call really helped me. I was able to get a good lick of sleep. Because it's not easy when you're going through your pain. You know what I mean? But if you have somebody that can talk with you, and have that little time to spare with you when you're going through stuff, it make a whole lot of difference, you know. Whole lot. Even yesterday I hear he said, that's right, when I was working you were right. People wonder where you are if you don't show up for work. Yes, man. Exactly. You don't show up for work, everybody gonna wonder where he don't clock in. So that's why you have to clock in here. Even though everybody said, oh, YouTube is the real deal, YouTube gonna be a job. Sooner or later, this is a digital, well, it's a job. Because if you want to have it as your real job, it's going to be a job for you. And if you don't clock in, then nothing not clocking in for you for the day. If ever 2 cents, it's gonna clock in. If ever 3 cents, it's gonna clock in. If ever 0 cent, it's still clocking. At least you clock in. So you know sooner or later the ball will get rolling. It might not roll off right away because things gotta take time to generate. You know, generate, even generation. Don't you see things take time for generation to come? Eh? Like me, I generate, and then my kids growing up, so they go generate sooner or later, but it take time, right? So everything takes time. I'm just trying to tie it into everyday things so we can understand. Because common sense is what sometimes we need to get us by. It's not the book and all these. The only book you need to get you by the day is the book that nobody can erase. That book, that one book that nobody can erase. You know what I mean? That book get you by every day. You know what I mean? And your intuition with him. He say your intimacy with him. That's what gonna get us by. You know, we might think it's not getting us by. You know, hear my man sing this song, I'm barely getting by. Okay? But we all here. So everything when you put it out there, it's not gonna generate right away. You know? It's not gonna generate. But over time it will. Because it's out there. You know? The clock is rolling now. And mere fuck you go out there and you punch it. Oh yes. How many people work at fast food place and when you just get to work? We're tying things into everyday life so we can easier understand things. How many people work at a fast food place and when you just get to work, you might not have a customer right away, but you have ample time to wipe down your counters, clean up, set your ear up so by time customers start to flock, you have already prepared your station because sometimes they come down and you haven't prepared nothing yet. Sometimes even when the bank open, sometimes they still have to put things here, put things there. You know what I mean? Sometimes even you pick up him doing Uber Eats, DoorDash or whatever. Sometimes you just turn on the app and you expect to get a food delivery right away so fast, and you have to just hurry up and jump and get your acts together. So even if you were moving sluggish because you didn't feel like clocking in, but you understand that, hey, you see that rent coming up, you see that car note, you see whatever coming up, and you say all my kids back to school, like back to school now, everybody have to clock in because we have back to school to deal with, and these back to school ain't playing. You know what I mean? So if we don't clock in, nobody ain't gonna clock for us. You know what I mean? So if we don't show up and stuff like that, and you get things done, you know what I mean? So when the rush come down or so, you have enough to deal with the rush. You know what I mean? So you just tie yourself into everyday life, you know. Sometimes, and I tell you guys, it's 7 days a week. Use up that 7 days. Today might not be flourishing. Today might not be productive. But I guarantee you, it's 6 more days left when today gone. You cancel out the days, and you will see another day and another day once you live. You say, once God spare our life to see another day, it's another shot at what we couldn't cover yesterday or what we couldn't do yesterday. But we have life today, then we can get the ball rolling for today. You know, old people used to tell us, and we say, so what we're going to eat tomorrow? They said, don't worry about tomorrow. They said, tomorrow prepare for itself. You know, so show up for yourself. Clock in. You know. Or you don't have a 9 to 5 job, but I promise you, you have a 9 to 5 job. It's just a different 9 to 5 because you clock in when you want to clock in. If you want to spend 2 3 hours, you can spend it. If you want to hop off and come back on, you know, the only difference is you spread your 9 to 5 real good because you can go get some time to go spend time with your family, your children, whatever you need to get done. Like me, cleaning up my raggedy apartment. You know what I mean? We're not afraid to say clean up a raggedy apartment. We clean up, you know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. You're being real with yourself. Because if that's one way to get yourself motivated, do what you gotta do. You know? And you'd be surprised, even yesterday, in the other day, I was listening to Tamron Hall, and these young men were on there, and they said they felt compelled when they see other people share their life on the internet, how they cleaning up their apartment, and it was some group of young men, and they were showing how other men are keeping up their apartment nice and clean. Gone were the days with the stigma, if you say all men are nasty and all that. And they said they feel compelled when they see other people doing the thing that they felt like they couldn't do. They felt compelled to start cleaning up. So I'm saying, even when you see somebody cleaning up or so, and if you were sitting down watching, then you could put them on and turn up their volume, and you're there washing your dishes. Do what you gotta do. Sometimes even you live alone sometime, and you watch. I know a lot of people live alone, but they might watch you or so forth, and they might not have no energy. But when they see you come on and they see you moving about or so, they want to move about too. You know what I mean? Because, good energy will always flow throughout, no matter how much negativity is going to come in. You can't get rid of negativity. What you can do is change our mindset. We can change our mindset moving forward. You know what I mean? Put your foot on that gas. When you realize that, you know what, my break, I have 5 more minutes left. When you realize that you have that break, and you feel tired, overwhelmed, and drained, then that's when you put your foot on that gas and that brake. So you can take a break by slowing down. You're not giving up, just slowing down. That means you're not doing as much as you would do for that day. Don't give up. And everybody out there were working on watch time, working on subscribers. You keep going out there and showing up for yourself. Some of you have the wherewithal of traveling all over. Travel and showcase places. You'll be surprised that this is a new way of not having a passport. This is a new way where people can look into Europe. This is a new where people can look all over Kenya, in Africa. Kenya is the country in Africa. This is a new way of looking in Jamaica. This is a new way of looking over in California. This is a new way of looking out there in what they call Minnesota. This is the new way of looking in Canada. New way, digital way now. And then when you get to those places, I promise you're going to look familiar. Because we spend time looking at everybody. And if we go the same place that those people show us, when we get there, it's going to look familiar. Yes, it's going to look familiar because what? We've been watching. We've been looking. You know what I mean? We've been checking out these places. So by the time you get there, a place going to already look familiar to you, but you never been there. Just so you know, you only been there through virtual. Virtually you go there, okay? But it's life. Don't give up. You know what I mean? Don't give up, family. It is life. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So show up for yourself and make yourself be a nobody just trying to tell somebody. And this is proving that you can win regardless. You don't have to have a bunch of people to win. See the testimony here. See the example here. You don't got to have a bunch of people for to win. So even when you say, but I only had 2 people and nobody showing up, if those 3 people stick right there and show up for you and they don't move a muscle, eh? They don't stick up in, they don't move a bit, you're gonna get those times. You see what I'm saying? But you worried about a whole bunch of people. It's like chaos. You want troll, you want everything to come in. And then when they come in, you can't handle their mind, you see our mind. Even when we don't talk things out sometimes, but you want to reap so much. It's like being greedy. We want to be so greedy, not satisfied with what he had put in front of us. Can't be greedy. We gotta satisfy with what he put in front of us. When it's time, he will tell you. He will give you that intuition to talk about stuff. He will give it to you. You know what I mean? But we can't be greedy. He will give things to us in due time. We just have to have a right mindset connect to him. All right? And do what we got to do and change our mindset. Change the way we look at when people come around us and everything. You know what I mean? Change up all of that. Make a difference in your life. Tell yourself, where did you go wrong in yours? We all know where we go wrong in life, people, because we have a witty mouth. You know what I mean? Don't lie to ourselves. We don't owe the public nothing, but you don't have to lie to yourself. You know what I mean? He said, don't hide nothing from him. You know what I mean? When you hide something from the world, you can't hide nothing from him. You know what I mean? Because our intuition is in line with him. So show up for yourself. If you don't clock in, you don't get a paycheck. So that means if you don't hit that dial up and lock that phone screen and go get on your YouTube journey or whatever, you ain't gonna have no clocking to do. You ain't gonna have no hours to do to gain because you didn't clock in. So you're not getting no hours, so you can get what you need to get to transition over. Yeah, everybody looking for transition, but you gotta make the transition because you are the transition. What are you doing to transit? You know what I mean? You got to figure out those things and show up the best way you can. Don't worry about who got a better motivational mouth. Don't worry about who got a better way of preaching. Don't worry about who got a better way of showcasing music. Don't worry about who got a better way of writing. Don't worry about, if you worried about, oh, I can't read, then you won't do nothing. Your mouth is here. You might can't write, but your mouth is here. You can talk. Because this is all this do, you know what I mean? Talk. You just have to just be mindful of everything we do. That's all. Be respectful if you have a respectful content channel or something, or you want it to be a respectful channel, then you change your mindset. You don't have to delete nothing. Just change your mindset because you're showing people how you can go from being this person to realize later on in life that, you know, this is not who I want to be. I want to make a difference. You know what I mean? So show up for yourself, clock in. Don't clock out. Clock in for yourself. Show up for yourself even if you don't see anyone. Trust me, the Lord is always making a way. All right? Until then, people, walk good. Have a blessed Sunday morning. And thanks to all the top fans for coming through. It was a beautiful little race there going on in the chat. Bless up to the likers. Bless up to the sharers. Bless up to the commenters. Bless up to the moderators. Bless up to the silent partners. Yeah, yeah, you. Bless up to all of you. You did yourself. You know what I mean? You used to have this man say you outdid yourself. You all outdid yourself to show that, hey, Queen's showing up, resilient. And you showed up. So thank you all so very much. And for everybody that is out there, whatever you're looking for on this YouTube street, just go for it. Don't have the if and but, because the if and but is setting you up from failure. If you have to have that if and but mentality, then you might need to change it before you come on live. Because if you don't change it, then you're gonna come with that if. It's like they say, if I don't make it, it's only me to be blamed. He said, if I don't make it, it's only me to be blamed. Well, that's true. Because you have this if thing going on and think everybody go if with you. No, everybody ain't go if. Because they're not on that mentality kind of business. They're not on that mindset. You know what I mean? People on a good mindset, they're not on there. But if we don't change our mindset, then we're going to be, if I don't make it, it's only me to be blamed. Time and time again, it's only you going to be blamed, okay? Not the world, you. All right, you say, wow, you know what? You are so right about sharing. I never do that about my private feeling. Only share about you too. I am going to try and be more open. Thank you, Queen. Yes, man. Manners of and respect. And you keep going in. WC, you're a nice person. So you keep going and do what you gotta do. You got your wife beside you as a support. You know what I mean? So challenge your mind. The other day I watched you got a friend there with you and do what you gotta do. So challenge your mind with your friends around you. You know what I mean? Some of us need a little boost. We all need boost. Some people don't need no boost to even start nothing. They just already aim. They just exempt. They're just naturally gifted, naturally talented. But some of us need boost to do something. And that's a known fact. Some of us are not as we would ought to be. So some of us need a little boost, a little push, a little drive. But when somebody is like a car, when somebody get the car jump start, if you don't jump in that car and try to get home, that car probably left your road again after you get that jump start, right? But your aim now when you get that jump start, your aim is to head home quickly, right? Cancel everything that you were going to and jump. Head home quickly so you rather be safe home than you be stranded again on the street, right? So same way, when you get a little boost, it's for you to push yourself to the next level. All right. Thank you all so much. Manners of our respect. Have a beautiful day. And remember, if you don't clock in, you won't know who's clocking in for you, okay? You don't run the clock, then nobody can run the clock for you. You start the clock will be running. Until then, walk good. Have a blessed day, people. Happy Sunday to one and all. All right? Peace out.